All right, Scout Francesca, what do you have for We the People this week in the realm of family discussions?
How do you bring up anxiety without people shutting you out?
Carefully, Irish.
Right, exactly. And a question for the people of the universe.
Why do I have two eyes if I only see one thing?
Oh, inquisitive.
Wait, did you have that chambered?
Yeah. No, actually I didn't. That was genuinely off the dome.
Wow, you're an improv master.
Yeah, improv Bill.
Hello, Miss Kajang.
Hello, Dad.
Hubby.
Good, you?
Pretty good, thank you.
All right.
Better now that I'm sitting here getting ready to chat with you.
Can't say the same.
You can't say the same? Whoa.
No, I can't.
I know how it's going to be. That the kind of conversation this is going to be, Irish?
Probably.
All right, then. I'm forewarned. Forewarned as forearmed, as they say. So what are we family chatting about today, Irish?
Anxiety. And more so, how to talk to your kids about it without them shutting you out, but that was too long for the title, so.
Or how to talk to your parents about it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, everybody suffers from it, right?
Yeah, but the last few episodes have been about how to talk to your parents about it. I think it's good to have a conversation about how to talk to your kids about it. Because I think that more parents would be inclined to talk to their kids about this than a kid would be inclined to talk to their parent about it.
So you're saying from the perspective of if a parent thinks that it's time to talk to their kids about anxiety that they may have, or if they think their kids are having anxiety.
That their kids might be having anxiety.
So they think the kids might be anxious and it's a way into talking about it?
Yes, because I don't see a scenario where a parent would want to bring up their issues or, like their internal problems to their kid.
Well, but that's
especially if you're worried that your kid might have anxiety. The worst possible thing you could do to your kid is bring up an issue that you're having.
Okay, well, this is interesting then, because what I was thinking of it from the perspective of if you think your kid might be having problems with anxiety and you've had experience yourself with anxiety, that it's less that you're bringing up your issues, but more that you're being commiserative, like you're saying, okay, you know what, this happened to me. Like I did that with you guys when you were having problems.
Like when I had my panic attack.
Yeah. And so I said, well, you know what,
attacks.
when I was younger, and then I had examples of when I had problems with anxiety or panic attacks.
I mean, I think that that's different though. Like if you're bringing it up to make your kid feel like more seen and make sure they feel understood and that they're not this edgy new species of teenager.
Yeah.
I think that that's a different thing, but I think a parent just bringing up anxiety just to bring it up with their kid is like not cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're having a good time at the family dinner table and you're eating a nice meal and all of a sudden you talk about how, let me just tell you about the big giant pile of pills that I have to get through every day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think that's...
No, I don't think that's the way to go either.
Yeah. We are not media trained.
No, that's all right. We are, though. Isn't everybody media trained today almost?
No.
I just choose not to care, man.
Whenever I think of the word media trained, I think of all these teenagers. There's like last year, a whole group of like my age were on the internet becoming these little influencers, right? Now they have like millions of followers. And they go to...
Followers.
They go... Oh, but they're insane. Like there's videos of these like 10-year-old girls swarming them at malls and stuff. I couldn't imagine living like that. But anyways, like every single one of them, I can't think of one that hasn't been exposed for this, air quotation marks. They've all been, once again, exposed for saying the N-word and like all these like slurs and stuff like that. And it's all of them.
Nah.
Like there is not one video of me. You will not ever find a video of me like that because I know that that's what? How does somebody have footage of you doing that?
Further than that, will be no video of you because you don't say it.
That's what I mean.
Right, because I'm saying that just to clarify, it's like because you could be construed the way you said that as nobody's gonna catch me on film.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just it made me think of that because of media trained, like all these children have millions of followers and they go on worldwide trips to promote their brand, their persona. And
what persona?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same persona over and we're getting way off the anxiety train here.
Yeah.
What's your thing here exactly then? Like I'm coming at it from perspective of, okay, my kid's got anxiety and is reticent about talking about it, but I can see that he or she has a problem with that. So I feel like a really helpful thing is to make it understood that you understand. So and the only way to do that is if you can relate to it. And if you can't relate to it, well, congratulations to you, the one of, 5 humans on Earth who's never felt anxious.
Well, I think the best way to go about it is that if you're a parent and you notice maybe, symptoms or notice certain things that your kid does that are signs of anxiety, the best thing you can do is tell them what it is early on. If you see it, tell them what anxiety is to make sure they don't feel weird growing up, like they're different or like they're out of place because of how they feel, because they don't feel the same or they don't feel...
Yeah, so what do you tell them that it is then? Like for me, it's anxiety is essentially it's nervousness. It's almost always, I think, rooted in fear. There's something that you're afraid of. That's when you become anxious, is it not?
Yeah. I think I would describe it as growing up, like a kind of always feeling it, is like a kind of like a gut feeling that just never goes away.
That something
like it's just like ominous. An imminent like doom.
But that's fear, right?
Yeah. But it's like never knowing what it is. Like so you just always feel it.
Yeah.
And it's bad. Like it's not.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
really
terrible.
Bad. Like random panic attacks and.
It's crippling for some people.
And sometimes you're alone and you don't know what to do, and especially as a kid, you don't know what to do because you don't know any of these feelings. So as a parent, I'm not a parent, but I'm saying that if you are a parent, that you should.
You've brought up a couple of well-behaved stuffies.
Yes, you're right. I have. You're right. But we don't have to mention the other ones. Let's just say that cotton was used for sewing activities.
No, those ones who are doing 40 to life. No, not those stuffies.
Yeah, we don't talk about those. They got in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, well, that's your story you're sticking to anyway.
Yeah, but I think that the best advice I can give to somebody who has talked to you about and you've talked to me about it, because it is something that I experience and go through, and that's hard for me. I think that you should just make sure your kid feels seen, like most things.
Yeah, of course.
Just make sure your kid feels seen. And as for the so that they don't push you away part, never start off a conversation with, "We need to talk." Ever start a conversation like that. That kid immediately shuts their brain down because they expect it to be like, "I found drugs in the back of your closet." That's what they think the conversation is going to be. So
for sure, I agree.
Don't start a conversation off like that. Honestly, the best way to approach something like this is to ask your kid, "Hey, do you feel these things?" Because it's jumping into the conversation. It's not like, Have you ever maybe wanted to talk about this with me? It's getting to the point, because the kid it registers and then they're like, "Oh, okay, they noticed. Nice. Like I'm not alone."
Yeah.
That's a really big thing, to make sure your kid does not feel alone when they feel alone. So, like I said, have you felt like this, or do you feel like this sometimes? Because like I said, it makes you feel noticed. It makes you feel like you're not, like I said, you're not alone because they noticed how you're feeling. So that's the best advice I can give a parent to approach their kid about something serious like this, like something emotional like this, is to just straight up ask them.
It's too huge to ignore. If you think your kid is suffering from anxiety, or if the kid's exhibiting, nervousness, things like that, you know what it is. As I said, everybody's experienced it, man. I don't care who you are. You've had moments where you've felt anxiety.
Yeah.
You felt anxious. Maybe it only lasted for a few minutes. Maybe it didn't happen to you very often. I'm not saying you have to have full-blown panic attacks to understand anxiety.
No.
Yeah, like it's a huge problem in society, and if you don't get a handle on it when you're younger, it can really become a voracious beast as you get older. So many people suffer from it, right? There's a whole billion approaching $1 trillion pharmaceutical industry that is directly fixed on and making money off of the anxiety that's rampant in society, where people just feel anxious all the time about everything. And there's lots to feel anxious about. And kids go from being carefree and full of joy in general, if a kid's had a decent childhood, to feeling anxious because all of a sudden there's a realization that, whoa, everything isn't just a playground.
Right.
And that is anxiety inducing.
I mean, anxiety itself is an emotion. Like, no matter what you say, it is an emotion, and everybody has felt anxious at some point or another.
Yeah.
It's
super
just
powerful.
How it is. Anxiety is an emotion. But not everybody, I would say, suffers from anxiety. Like, not everybody has anxiety.
No, for sure.
Like, kind of growing up, I didn't understand the feeling, but I always felt like there was a pit in my stomach. Always. Even if I was doing the thing that made me most happy in the world, it was always there. And I think that learning about it and understanding what it was helped. Because it made me realize, like, it's nothing that I'm doing wrong or that other people are doing wrong. It's just an emotion. It's just something that's there. But it's not going to hurt me because it's not real. There isn't anything to be worried about.
Yeah, there's no reason to let it define you.
Right.
So what we would talked about was breathing techniques when you were a kid, right? Breathing is huge.
Yeah.
If you can breathe, like look that up, box breathing, meditative breathing, whatever it is, that is huge. Just breathing and centering yourself, even for me as an adult, because most of the anxiety that I felt, like the really strong and bordering on panic attack anxiety, that didn't happen until I was in my early 20s. And then it didn't last forever, but it went on for long enough, man. And it's debilitating. Like, you're paralyzed. I can remember being in bank lines, standing in line and just being like, I got to get out of here. I want to get out of here. I have to get out of here. And making myself just stay in the line and breathe. And eventually they did go away. But it took a lot of work. And mostly it was in that breathing and centering and just... Man, it's hard. Like, I can see how it can get out of control for somebody real fast.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times something will set it off when it's bad. Like, when you're little, like you're saying, a pit in your stomach, there's a lot going on that makes a kid anxious. I mean, the world is just ever changing by the second. For me as an adult, it was my grandmother dying was the thing that set it all off, right? We were really close, and it just, for whatever reason, it just sneaks up on you. And dealing with it is critical. You have to deal with it. And ignoring it is, I think, a bad move.
Yeah. You mentioned the box breathing. I think that there are a lot of techniques like that. Like, for me, anxiety often settles itself in, like, heat. If I'm anxious in a situation, I burn up, and I'm just like, I need to take every layer off of me that is making me hot, but it's not the weather, I'm just anxious. And box breathing helps. Because
essentially
the thing with your fingers where you go like that, that helps because it's centering you. 5 things you can see, touch, smell, and hear. That's a really good one, like a really, really good one, because it helps you look at your surroundings and realize that there isn't a threat. Like,
the Reiki one, like squeezing
yeah, you taught me that when I was like 6.
Thumb.
I remember the moment you taught me that, and that helped me with everything. Biting my nails. Yeah, if you bite your nails,
helpful.
Try put your fingertips together and make like shapes or like different patterns with your fingertips. That really helps. Yeah, that really, really, really helps. Just a little.
Another one is
advice.
Exercise, like even just a quick drop and do 5 push-ups, or just some isometric or stretch, something that gets your blood moving, and that it releases endorphins, and that always helps too.
I know one that helps a lot of people is a deck of cards. Keep pulling cards until you can't do any more push-ups. Like an ace is one.
Yeah.
Like that. I know that helps a lot of people when they're...
What do you mean till you can't do any more push-ups?
Like when you take a deck of cards and you take out a card, like an ace is 1 push-up.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
A jack is 11.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I know that helps a lot of people. And if you can get through the whole deck of cards, that's like over 500 push-ups, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, there's 52 cards in the deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not there yet in math. Because it's stress, isn't it? Like it's always comes down to stress. To me, fear and stress, those are the two things. They're manifest different ways. One of the ways that they're manifest we call anxiety. And it's that feeling, that weird feeling in your stomach that something that impending doom is upon us. And they're they're fear-based, and then they create the anxiety either creates the stress or the stress creates the anxiety. The two of them are entirely, I think, separate heads of the same coin, right? Stress and anxiety. And when you feel stress, like what made me think of that was you saying your body temperature, right? And that's a stress-based reaction. Like you're stressed, and so your body temperature goes up.
I think that one's a really common one, at least for people that I've talked to.
I think so too, right? Sweat, like people get the sweat.
I just get uncomfortable easily in conversations that are too much. Like I just get overly uncomfortable, and then I just feel like everybody's threatening me and like everybody's talking down on me, when in reality, like no one is. Yeah. Like not one person is. That's all in my head.
I think most kids more often than not are experiencing this.
Yeah, I agree. I think
different degrees of regularity.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to social media, actually. I think that,
isn't it making it worse?
Yeah.
It's giving you so many reasons to be anxious. Oh, I don't look good enough. I don't have enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm just not enough.
Yeah, that's my other problem with the young influencers. Because not only are they making other little girls compare themselves to them, but it's also making it worse for themselves, because now they have all eyes on them. Every 15-year-old girl gets them on their For You page and looks at them and I wish I had her hair. I wish I had her closet. I wish I had her nose. And then she just can't help but feel like, well, I don't want to be making other girls feel bad about themselves. And it's an unfulfilling prophecy.
An unfulfilling prophecy. Yeah. We got some backed
trademark
up.
That.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's one of those things that I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You just made me think, too, of another thing. Like these kids that are these influencers, makes me laugh even saying it. It's just such a stupid thing, influencer. Like, I mean, all right. Yeah, okay, buddy. Adults are getting crumpled by this. Like the adults who do it, who call themselves influencers and spend a few years on the grind and getting themselves up all of their followers, they just get crumpled by it, man. There's people who are going, they're completely losing the plot.
There's a video
because you can't do it, man. You can't keep doing it endlessly, pretending.
No, there's a video of this one influencer. She's a beauty influencer, and she's doing a day in my life as working as an influencer, and she's like, today I woke up at 9 o'clock and I worked out and I made myself an acai. And she's talking about how she went shopping and then how she sat down and answered some PR emails. And then at the end of the video, she goes, try being an influencer for a day. Try it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, like any parent isn't trying to do that every day.
Yeah, like
that's literally all you're trying to do is be an influencer, man. No, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I think most of them are kind of goofy. So yeah, how to talk about anxiety, just talk about it,
just
man.
Bring it up.
Don't be afraid to talk about it. That's the big thing.
There's no stepping around a situation like this.
Don't pretend that it's not there.
Exactly. That's the worst thing you could do. So don't do that.
You'll be okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably about the least comforting thing you can say to somebody in a situation like that.
Like, from my point of view, Irish, anxiety is a beast that can get out of control. That's my experience. I never experienced it, and then I did, and it didn't go away nearly as quickly and as easily as I thought it would, and so my respect for it grew enormously. So for me, I know personally that anxiety can come quickly and become a monster quickly. So you need to be aware of it, and when it does happen, you have to address it. And if you address it there's ways that it can be dealt with. But if you don't address it, it can easily snowball.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Address it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, however you talk about it, just make sure you talk about it.
And if you are going to tell your kid, it's going to be okay. Tell them at the end of the conversation, not at the beginning, because if you say it to the kid at the beginning, they want nothing to do with the conversation.
If you say...
You'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or it'll be okay. Yeah. Because how... Oh, you suddenly can tell the future? Like, you rarely tell me it'll be okay unless you know it will be. I very rarely tell you
something that I can't accurately predict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids aren't dumb.
No.
It's not fair to them when you start... That's just telling them a bunch of nonsense. They hear enough nonsense, man. They don't need to hear nonsense from us.
No. So now we have our fun...
Our internet goofiness. Yeah.
So I looked up top 10 most asked questions by kids on the internet today. Mm-hmm. Or this week. Mm-hmm. And one of the top ones was, Dad?
Yes, you gifted me this question from the internet. Why do I have two eyes if I only see one thing?
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God. I love kids, man. Kids are the best. But that's a question that every single child has thought of. As a kid, you look in the mirror and you're like, I have two eyes, but I can't see two separate things. I'm only seeing one thing. That's a very good question as a kid. It's such a kid question, man.
Or actually, I wasn't really thinking of stuff like that as a kid. When I was 4 years old, I was saying things like, quote unquote, the power is halfway between the thunder and the lightning. Uh-huh. That's a real quote, by the way.
You were actually 2.5.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I wrote it down in Sharpie on a piece of wood that I use for a special purpose.
That's like one of those posts that the moms are like, today my 4-year-old toddler, my 24-month-old came up to me and was like, Mommy, did you know? And then they say like the most absurd thing, like, yeah, okay, your toddler just spewed a Mozart level composition to you? Okay, sure they did, Karen. Like,
wow,
that never happened.
No, you just slurred all
her kid did not come up to her and talk to her about...
5 people listen to us, and 2 of them are Karens.
Her kid did not come up to her and talk about Rembrandt. Honestly, good. Please, if you're listening to the podcast right now...
all right, rein it in, man. I know where you were going there. Just that's good.
Our podcast is...
Why do I have 2 eyes if I only see one thing, man?
I mean...
That's awesome.
It's a good question.
It's a good question if you're a 35-year-old stoner who hasn't left your parents' basement since...
Or a 24-month-old.
They were 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's an awesome question, man. Kids are the best. Like, it's just such a... You're like, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and there's no way of explaining this to you, man.
It's definitely something that if you were to interact with James Franco, it's something that you would expect him to say. I'm going to put that in my next book. Dude. Yeah, I mean, why do you have 2 eyes and you only see one thing?
Kids are the best, man.
Perspective, buddy.
I love kids. I'm liking this little
This is what we would call baby dumb. Or... toddler dumb or 24-month-old dumb.
You're stealing my baby dumb line. All you've done for years is roll your eyes and act all embarrassed every time I say somebody's...
It's the dumbest thing you've ever invented.
No, it's not. It's a perfect descriptor of exactly a specific kind of thing. Baby dumb. When somebody's baby dumb. Because babies are dumb.
I wasn't at 2.5.
No, you were. Babies are dumb. That's
the nature of being first, folks.
That's the nature of being a baby. You're dumb. You just sit there.
I wasn't a dumb baby.
What relative to a dumber baby? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But maybe you.
I was smarter than Maddish at 2.5.
Well, some babies were smarter than you. You were the dumber baby.
Yeah, maybe young Sheldon. I was up there with the greats.
Please. Oh yeah.
Here's a fun fact to end off the podcast. Did you know that Albert Einstein was actually a really bad student in middle school?
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
He was not.
It's one of those internet facts.
No, it's not. Look it up. It's
proven.
You
look it up.
Okay.
Yeah. He went to the gymnasium in Germany. He was bored. He was actually not a bad student at all. I once heard somebody saying that, he was bad at math. Yeah, when he was in high school,
that's just dumb.
He was bad at math. It's like, no, he wasn't.
I mean, he literally grew up to be to prove black holes.
But he also wasn't a bad student. He just, so somebody got a scratched out report card.
Yeah, Albert Einstein had excellent grades in mathematics and science throughout his youth, but the popular myth was that he was a bad student or failed math is false.
No, it's just dumb. I used to laugh when I would hear that when I was younger, because I'm kind of an Einstein stan, right? And then as I got older, I got a hold of biographies and stuff, and I'm like, well, that's just nonsense, which I always suspected. Like, you're telling me the guy who came up with relativity was bad was bad at geometry?
Yeah, no.
Please.
Yeah, I remember. I've known who Albert Einstein was since I was probably around 2, because since I can remember, there has been a framed photo of him on every house, on the wall of every house we've owned.
The one I made, it's that little picture, and it's in a round frame. I love that frame, man, that I made. Yeah, I've had people come into the house and be like, "Is that your grandpa?"
Yeah, I've heard them say that.
Yeah.
No, that's Albert Einstein.
Man, that's the man, the myth, the legend, boy.
You know what? And you've gotten me quite a few shirts with him on it as well. I remember you got me one from Costco, I think it was. We were at Costco, and there was an Albert Einstein shirt, and you were like, yeah, I'm getting you that.
Yeah, he rules. So, all right, Miss Kijang.
All right.
Episode the 82nd. Uh-huh.
Next time.
Next time, I love you very much.
I love you too.